mean to be from Algarve as opposed to being Portuguese?
I think we face life in a different way from the most Portuguese.
I must say, life doesn't suck for you guys.
No. Trying to do the best with the conditions that we got.
Saudade. A melancholic longing or yearning. A word with no direct translation to English, yet perhaps the most powerful expression in Portuguese. It is not sadness nor nostalgia, for it is a wishful desire, a desire for something that is incomplete and perhaps may not have or never will happen at all. Monchique and its self-titled mountain range finds itself perched up to the horizons with arguably the best viewpoints in the entire province to admire. Mount Foia is simply, and quite literally, the top of the rock, the Algarve's highest point and your best panoramic look at the countryside. The rugged terrain, however, has its drawbacks. What can seemingly look like a harmless and actually quite fun Gran Turismo of drives through sharp mountainous twists and turns can become a never-ending winding road of nausea and dizzying discomfort. The feeling of something pounding the inside of your head to come out and ultimately dying. Perfect time for local delicacies.
That was quite the drive. Safe to say that was one of the more fun drives of my life. Just a lot of twists, turns. But you know what? We're here. Where are we exactly? What's the name of this town?
We are in the Tasca do Petrol, near Medronho. It's a very typical restaurant. It's very good. You like it.
There's one thing that you guys do here, right? There's something that's really special that you needed to bring me to the top of a winding mountain to show me. And that's this.
This is a liquor. It's a spirit of Aguardente of Medronho. Medronho is a very famous spirit here. It's very strong, 52%.
Okay. What's the importance of Medronho? Like, is this something that you take? Is this like an after dinner drink, or is this something you take to get wasted with your friends when you're 17 years old? Like, what is the real importance of Medronho?
It's more a drink to drink with friends at the end of a meal or to share some time.
As with any mutant battery acid liquor, Medronho should never be consumed on an empty stomach, for fear of relentless vomiting. So a few local swine delicacies have been served for digestive reasons.
We have here six ways of eating pig. So all the pig are here. The ear of the pig, the sausage.
So nothing goes to waste in a town like this. Okay. Like, people don't want to eat the cheek, but we're eating cheek today. I love the cheek. All about the cheek. All about the cheek. Yeah.
As is custom around here, hearty portions of braised pig cheek and buttery fall off the bone leg are served with the obligatory sides of spicy piri-piri and, well, more byproducts of the glorious pig.
I can't believe you don't like pig ear, man. It's so good. Oh, it's so good, man. It's so good. You're crazy. I will have as much as I want. I can tell it's locally made. Love. The special ingredient, love. That's what makes grandma's cooking always better than everybody else's cooking. It's love. Obviously. Because nobody else cooks with love besides grandma. And mom, yeah. You know, everybody else has no love, clearly.
After much foreplay, the money shot.
Alright, time to pucker up, time to be a man. Time to christen. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to Medronho. And to the pig. Oh, Jesus.
So romantic.
Right, that's if you're sick, that's gonna burn everything inside of you, even your soul. Like your soul's gonna go away too. Like there's no doubt about it. Whew, that's rocket fuel. That's good stuff. It's a little strong, but that's good stuff.
The Algarve is undoubtedly known for its coastline. It's what you see when you look up the tag on Instagram. Rocky cliffs, shades of teal Atlantic water. There is, of course, a good reason for this. It's astounding. An imposing yet inviting coastline that segues into a deep boundless ocean that separates two worlds. Magellan, Da Gama, Dias, all fell in love with the possibilities of what an untamed and unseen continent could bear far off the tides of their native Portugal. I, unlike the maritime adventurers of yesteryear, will stick to exploring the coastline, and I'll do it in the best way I know how, like a cheap Lance Armstrong with a pseudo-electric bike. Ricardo is here to give me a few pointers on safety before venturing out into the vast shrubs of nothingness around Cape St. Vincent.
So do you have to wear a helmet, or like is it a law?
No, the law don't tell you nothing about the helmet.
Okay.
So, but it's better.
It's better.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
So,
Just,
okay, how you feel?
special,
Special? Yes, definitely.
a little bit.
Okay, hang on. Okay, perfect.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's good.
Do I look pretty?
Yeah, pretty. Very pretty.
Would you ask me on a date with this helmet?
No.
Well, then I can't be that pretty, can I?
Yeah, no, you are pretty, but...
Right, but I'm pretty without the helmet.
And also with the helmet. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
It's
but
nice,
now okay, all right. Is it supposed to choke you? Because it feels kind of tight.
No, but it's a... yeah.
It's like a 50 Shades of Grey helmet. It's not for kids. 21 and over.
The ride, for however long you make it, through the small towns and desolate farms, is perhaps one of the greatest ways to immerse yourself. Eyes glued to the vast sparsity of the land around you, mind freed with every gust of the cold Atlantic breeze. The sea, for all its humbling enormity, is suddenly reduced to a bird's eye view. And maybe, just maybe, you can see home, atop a cliff at Europe's end.
Every Portuguese meal basically seems like it starts with sardines and carrots that have like that boquerón taste, right?
The sardine pate, the butter, and then the carrots that we season, similar to what you said.
Anna is a representative from the tourism board of Algarve. More importantly, she's Algarvian. It is fittingly full circle then to sit down and share a few dishes with someone whose life revolves around the better appreciation and understanding of the region.
So what are we looking at? What's this?
We are at the Natural Park of Southwest Coast, in the Baleeira Arbor in Sagres.
I'm kind of curious. What does it mean to be from Algarve as opposed to being Portuguese? Is there a difference between being Algarvian or being Portuguese? Do you guys sense that there's something different about you compared to the rest of the country?
Yeah, being from Algarve, Algarve was the last part of Portugal to be conquered, and so we suffered with a lot of different influences of different people, and so I think we face life in a different way from the most Portuguese.
So this has been one thing that's been on my mind a lot while I've been here. What do you think Portugal can do so that people understand that Portugal is not just about sun and sea and you know, not suffer from seasonality, you know, so people understand that Portugal is more than just beaches, party, and summertime?
I think that because it was what people looked for Portugal, it was mostly the coastline, and that was years and years of promotion on that. And only now with people start to value some other different activities, some other kind of even the trends along Europe. People started to search for something more outdoor, active, and so on.
You would not think that anything wrong happened in this country. Like there was never any sort of recession. Everybody seems genuinely happy, genuinely, you know, free-spirited, right? Like there doesn't seem to be much trouble inside. So why do you think Portugal sort of gets a bad rap? Like things went wrong, as opposed to countries like France and Italy, where you know it's not talked about as much. But in reality, the quality of life is very, very good.
One of the main characteristics of Portuguese, I think, they tend to accept quite well the restrictions or the conditions,
the situation of life.
The situation of life. That's it, and we do not rebel ourselves against it. We try to.
You accept it.
Yes.
You accept it.
And trying to do the best with the conditions that we've got.
As a son of Spaniards, how do you guys see Spain? Like, how do you guys, like, what, is there like some kind of animosity? Is it like a, you know, like a brotherly love kind of thing, like I guess the USA and Canada have?
We have a little bit rivalry.
What, like in football or just everything?
Of course, in football. We get along really well.
You don't want to be confused with the Spaniards.
No. I'm confused with the Spanish. It's not something that will please Portuguese.
When it comes to coffee, your coffee's top notch. Again, I have Spanish citizenship as well. Coffee in Spain sucks compared to coffee in Portugal. I'm sorry, I don't care who gets offended by that. It's just the God honest truth. You guys have mastered it. Congratulations. To me, you've just won a place in my heart for that. So. I'm gonna say life doesn't suck for you guys. You would have never known there was a recession here when you look out this way. I mean, life's pretty good here. Life's very nice. You're lucky.
Que as mais raparigas te chamem morena.
Saudade. A perception of being, of a current state. A state I understood amongst the crashing waves of an arid coast, where the tides of life, of love, of longing, bring with it a deeper meaning. Life, in the way the Portuguese see it, is an ebb and flow of great joys and of sadness. As described by Pessoa, a painful landscape, an eternal sunset of what we are. Ironically, what I took the most from my time in the Algarve was not the simplicity of the food or its charming nature, it was the warmth of its people. The fact that you're never too far from a smile or a meal in the company of a stranger who you feel you've known your whole life. For me, saudade is the comprehension of the Portuguese, knowing that we all share a longing for an existence where happiness sails the ocean. An ocean between mind and soul.